What if the pain and the frustration you feel right now are signs that you are working with the wrong blueprint? What if that feeling of inadequacy, what if that feeling that you have been doing your best to achieve success, but yet it seems as if success is so far away from you? What if that is a sign that you are working with the wrong blueprint? Welcome to this session where I will be teaching you the secret to life's greatest success. God the designer, you the builder. I know that is a very bold statement to make, but give me a few minutes of your life and I will share with you 7 elements that you will agree with me that if you will achieve your life's greatest success, your destiny's greatest success, your purpose greatest success, these things, these 7 elements have to be in place. Understand this. Your life is like constructing a building, and the success of that building depends a lot on following a well-designed plan. Imagine what happens if you don't align what you're building with the divine blueprint. You see, one thing about life is that God is always acting as the ultimate design engineer, because before the building is actually developed, there must be somebody who will design, that civil engineer who will design, or the architectural engineer who will design the whole concept and give to the builder to implement. In our case, in our lives, God is acting as the ultimate design engineer, and he creates the blueprint. And your responsibility, my responsibility, our responsibility is to implement the design that he has given us. Let me show you 7 elements that I believe that you must be aware if you will achieve your life's greatest success. And not only being aware, but coming to that place where you make up your mind to be the executor. I have a book written known as How to Move from Chief Procrastination Officer to Chief Execution Officer. You see, in our lives, God is the chief designer, and we are responsible for the execution. 7 elements that you need to understand and begin to execute in order to achieve your destiny's greatest success. Number one, understand that God's blueprint is the only perfect blueprint for your life. God's blueprint is the only perfect blueprint for your life. And if you will achieve your life's greatest success, you have to make sure that you understand the perfect blueprint that your designer designed for you. Just as God gave Noah the exact measurement for the ark. You remember that story in Genesis chapter 6? Just as God gave Noah the exact measurements for the ark, his design for your life, for my life, are detailed, precise. And this design is ultimately, the goal of this design is to lead you and I to the place of success only if we follow the design. The ark that Noah built was able to achieve its ultimate purpose because Noah followed the blueprint that the chief designer gave him. Are you following your blueprint? Have you discovered your blueprint? The second element in achieving your life's greatest success, obedience, is key. When you study the encounter between Noah and Moses, Noah succeeded to build the ark and Moses succeeded to build the tabernacle. And Noah and Moses succeeded because they followed God's design without deviation. They followed the blueprint that God gave them without deviation. Understand this. Your spiritual life, my spiritual life, your destiny success, my destiny success depends on our willingness and ability to align with His plans. Number 3, the foundation matters. The foundation matters. You cannot build life's greatest success on a shaky foundation. And Jesus emphasized this so strongly when he said, or when he was laying the importance of building on a solid foundation, because the chief designer is designing your life with the consciousness and with the belief and with the awareness that this life will understand the test of time if you build on the right foundation. So Jesus said, and he emphasized on the importance of building our lives on a solid foundation. And Jesus himself is the solid foundation. God's word is that solid foundation. And this foundation has one goal: to ensure that your life, your destiny, your career, your business stands strong throughout your life and enabling you to leave a long lasting legacy. The question is, are you standing? Are you building your life on the right foundation? Number four, what I call customization of purpose. If you will build your life's greatest success, you need to understand the concept of customization of purpose. Each design is unique. My design, the blueprint for my life is unique, and the blueprint for your life is unique. In the case of Noah, God gave him a particular blueprint. In the case of Moses, God gave him a particular blueprint. In the case of Solomon, in terms of the temple, God gave him a particular blueprint. All these blueprints, designed by one chief designer, served different purposes. Similarly, God's plan for your life, for my life, God's blueprint for your destiny, for my destiny, is tailored to your calling, to your mission, to my calling, and to my mission. That is why when you understand this, you will never compare and you will never compete. You will come to the place of maturity where when somebody is doing great, they only inspire you, but you have the consciousness that you are building with your own blueprint. Never forget the customization of a purpose. Number five, very important, you co-labor with God. If you will build your life's greatest success, you need to always remember at all times that you are a co-laborer with God. You see, if you study the building industry, you'll understand that every builder will always collaborate with the architect from start to finish, from the foundation level to the roofing to the finishing. Every builder who will build a house that will stand the test of time will collaborate with the architect from start to finish. You and I, we are co-laborers with God, and we have the responsibility. He has given us the responsibility to bring his vision to reality here on earth through wisdom, through faith, and through actions. You can see that in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9. So have in your mind at all times that you are co-laboring with God. And if you will build a life that will stand the test of time and produce excellent results, you have to partner with God at all times. The day you go on your own, you will build on your own. And whatever you build on your own without the power, the wisdom, and the divine resources of God will not stand the test of time. You are co-laboring with God to build that life that he has given you. Number six, the concept of sacrificial building. There is no building that will not cost the builder. It will cost you money, it will cost you time, it will cost you sleep, it will even stress you, right? But all that cost is taking you somewhere glorious to have a beautiful house. Building according to God's design and blueprint will involve some sacrifices. There are some things you will have to stop doing so you can follow the blueprint of God. As in the case of David, for example, when he was preparing the temple so that Solomon should come and build, he was able to sacrifice resources in preparation to make sure that his son Solomon will have enough resources to build the temple. What are you sacrificing? I always say that in any life where you see progress, know that there are sacrifices going on. They are sacrificing sleep or social media or movies or unnecessary pleasures. They are sacrificing something that their flesh would have loved to do in order to experience that particular progress. What are you sacrificing as far as your flesh is concerned? As far as your worldly desires is concerned, you will sacrifice something. The next element to understand is attention to detail. The intricate design of the tabernacle and the ark, when you read the scriptures, in Genesis chapter 6 and Exodus chapter 26, you will see that God gave very detailed instructions on how to build the ark and how to build the tabernacle. What does that mean to you and I? God cares about every detail. God cares about every detail of your life, of my life. God is interested in every aspect of your life, of your destiny, of your career, of your business. So you need to make sure that you are not missing out on any key important detail, because your designer, your Father in heaven, gave you specific details on how to live your life, on how to build that career, build that business, build that marriage, build that family. All these details are found in scriptures. The question is, are you following the details? And apart from you following the details, it also means that God is very interested in every aspect of your life. If you're going through any challenge right now, God is interested in that challenge. There is nothing about you. God does not ignore anything in the life of any believer. You need to have that consciousness that your Father in heaven, your chief designer, is very interested in every detail of your life. When you understand these things, when you understand this concept, and you embrace God as the designer, and you take responsibility as the builder, I guarantee you, you will begin to see your life unfolding, your destiny unfolding as a masterpiece. Keep building. Cheers.